I thought, a really, really productive day. Liked our.
And we say good morning to you. We are live at, again, Phil's Dream Pit again on this Tuesday. Thanks for being with us on our show number 574. And they said it wouldn't work, and here we are going strong. And we thank you for being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again here on a Tuesday. Again, we love being here and hanging out with Phil and Diana and all the great folks here at Phil's Dream Pit. So full show again on this Tuesday. Got lots to talk about, and so we will again, jump in here and go. We're going to be joined a little bit later on here in the show by Kimberlyn King from Bristol Motor Speedway. Lots going on there, including a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Museum. How about that? We're going to open up a museum of Dale Jr. at Bristol Motor Speedway. She'll tell us all about that coming up. Also, Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. Anitra Little and Bill Patrick will be here from the Kingsport Speedway. Phil's going to be here, of course, from Phil's Dream Pit. Also, you're going to hear from Dale Earnhardt Jr. and also Martin Truex Jr. So that's what's going on again on this Tuesday. Again, August the 8th, 2017. And again, our countdown to Christmas, if you care, and most don't, 138 days from today. And again, the show number is number 574. And again, we tell you, again, a couple of birthdays today. One of the legends of Hollywood, Dustin Hoffman, having a birthday today. He is 80. And Roger Federer, the tennis phenom, of course, one of the all-time greats in professional tennis, Roger Federer, having a birthday. He is 36 years old today. So Martin Truex Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr., we're going to hear from them a little bit later on in the show. We got changes in NASCAR. We got baseball news. We got college football news. We've got, oh boy, pro football news. Lots to talk about here on the show. And again, we're going to be joined by Kimberlyn King, Rob Cole, Anitra Little, and Bill Patrick, young lady who, female drivers driving the high banks of Bristol, or not Bristol, but high banks of the Kingsport Speedway. And so she's going to join us a little bit later on. And also our buddy Phil Pipkin will be with us, of course, the owner here at Phil's Dream Pit. Tomorrow, we'll be back at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Thursday, we will jump in and enjoy some time at Champion Chevrolet as always. And then on Friday, we'll be at Food City in Piney Flats on a Food City Friday with Terry Templeton. And we got all kinds of folks lined up for those shows as well. So it's all good. Again, we're here at Phil's Dream Pit where the quest for perfect barbecue is on. I'm telling you, it is good stuff. And again, you can't go wrong with the pork platter, the pulled pork platter here at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, right off of Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit of I-26. So again, we appreciate you very much. And again, we always look forward to coming out here and hanging out with our folks. Thank you, Jeremiah. And so we always enjoy coming out here and hanging with our buddy Phil and the gang again at Phil's Dream Pit. In fact, Michelle's shirt says, pray hard, work hard, and trust God. That's Michelle's shirt. So there you go. She's getting after it. And so, hello, Jerry Keller. Where have you been? Jerry Keller says, hello. Haven't seen you and talked to you in a coon's age. So lights are on. Open signs up. We're open for biz here again at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, off of Interstate 26, Eastern Star exit here again in the Tri-Cities. Quick break. We'll be right back, and we will jump in and take a look at Major League Baseball. See how it went from last night right after you hear this. Don't forget, time running out. You have today, tomorrow, and Thursday to enter the TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Yesterday we picked up, or over the weekend, picked up Missouri and South Carolina as folks that are trying to win these tickets. Again, we're down to 8 days to the truck race. It's a week from tomorrow night. And, of course, we are 10 days out from the Food City 300, the final run for Dale Jr. in the Xfinity Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. And we've got multiple winner of tickets. All you've got to do, again, is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and we will put your name in the bucket, and maybe you'll win. We've got multiple winners for both races. Again, the doubleheader on Wednesday, next Wednesday night, the truck race and the Bush's Beans 150. And we've got multiple winners going to pass out tickets to put you in the seats at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Food City 300, the 25th anniversary of said race, coming up a week from Friday night. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk baseball next year. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit, again off of Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 574, brought to you by the great folks from Grip Energy Drink.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. and take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year, the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th, because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Hey, don't forget, coming up, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, we start our brand new show, the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. More info to come. You'll hear the commercial coming up a little bit later on in the show, so just to let you know, it's not that far away. That starts a week from Thursday, again, at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Let's run back and look at baseball from last night. First off, in the National League Interleague play, Pirates beat Detroit 3-0 on a shutout for Pittsburgh. Washington 3, Miami 2. Reds, what about it? They won a game. They beat San Diego 11-3. Joey Votto deep again for the Redlegs, who continues to, his 30th home run of the season. And so Votto continues to have some serious numbers for a struggling baseball team. Reds win 11-3 over San Diego. Minnesota beat Milwaukee 5-4. Cardinals beat up on Kansas City 11-3. And it was the Cubbies last night on the left coast defeating San Francisco 5-3. In the American League, Pittsburgh, as we said, over Detroit 3-0. Minnesota beat Milwaukee 5-4. Also, the Cardinals, as we said, over Kansas City 11-3. Baltimore beat the Angels 6-2 on the left coast last night. Standings look like this in the American League. In the East, Boston with a 3-game lead over the Yankees. Tampa Bay 5.5 back. Baltimore 7 out. In the American League Central, Cleveland with a 3-game lead over Kansas City. Minnesota 5.5 back. In the American League West, it's Houston with a 15-game lead over Seattle. Houston with the best record in the American League at 71-40. A couple of hot teams, the Red Sox, no question, 6 in a row, 8 out of the last 10. Both Sox streaking a bit as they, with a road record of 36-20. They're 16 over 500 on the road for the Red Sox, and they again have won 6 in a row, 8 out of the last 10. On the other end of the spectrum, a team not so hot, White Sox. They've lost 6 in a row, and they've lost 8 out of the last 10 in the American League. In the National League, Washington with a 14-game lead over Miami in the East. That one's for all intents and purposes over. Cubs, again, continue to lead the way. They have a game-and-a-half lead over Milwaukee. Cardinals 3.5 back, and the Pirates at 4.5 back in the National League Central. Again, a couple of hot teams in the National League. Cardinals have won 6 out of 10, 3 in a row. And also you have the Dodgers with the best record in baseball, a 71% winning percentage. Unbelievable. They are 79-32. They've won 4 in a row, 9 out of the last 10. Again, the Dodgers, incredible road record. You got to win on the road to go anywhere, of course, in just about any sport, in particular baseball. Dodgers are 32-19 away from Dodger Stadium. Incredible. And so, therefore, they have the best record in baseball, bar none, 79-32. They're on pace to win 100 games this season for the Dodgers. Wild card situation, here we go. If you stop today, here's the teams in the wild card race for sure. In the American League, the Yankees, Kansas City, Tampa Bay in the hunt. So is they're all even Steven. Seattle's a game out, Baltimore a game and a half out in the wild card spot, and Minnesota 2.5 back. In the National League, you have Colorado and Arizona dead even for a wild card spot. Then you have Milwaukee, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh out of the Central. All three of those teams in the hunt as well. So that's a look again at Major League Baseball. Max Scherzer back last night for the Nationals, had a solid pitching performance for Washington and their win last night over Miami, 3-2. Here's your schedule. Everything everything under the lights tonight. First off, in the National League, Detroit at Pittsburgh. Interleague series continues in Pittsburgh. Miami at Washington, Colorado at Cleveland, Padres in Cincinnati, Texas against the Mets in New York, Philadelphia and Atlanta. Toronto on the mound tonight for the Bravos with a record of 7-9 in Atlanta. Milwaukee at Minnesota, Cardinals at Kansas City, Dodgers in Arizona, and the Cubbies continue their series with Jose Quintana on the mound for the Cubs tonight in San Francisco, again against the Giants. In the American League, Yankees at Toronto, Boston, and Sale on the mound at 13-4. Certainly one of the front runners for the Cy Young Award winner this year for Boston. Red Sox will be in Tampa Bay, red hot as we said, 8 out of the last 10 and 6 in a row. Colorado will be at Cleveland. Texas and New York, as we said, against the Mets. It'll be Milwaukee at Minnesota. Astros will be in Chicago to battle the lowly White Sox. Cardinals at Kansas City. Seattle at Oakland, and Baltimore against the Angels in Los Angeles. Appalachian League from last night, you had Burlington rained out, Pulaski at Princeton rained out, Elizabethton and Bluefield rained out. Games that got in, Johnson City all over Kingsport, 16-1 the final. Tonight, if you want to watch Appalachian League baseball in the Tri-Cities, you have 3 choices. In Greenville, the Astros host Burlington. In Bristol, the Pirates host Danville. And in Johnson City, the Cardinals continue their series with the Kingsport Mets, Pulaski at Princeton, and Elizabethton continues their road trip in Bluefield against the Bluefield Blue Jays in southern West Virginia. Appalachian Eastern Division, Pulaski with a half-game lead over Bluefield in the East. In the West, it's Elizabethton, the Tri-Cities Division, with a 3-game lead over Greenville, and the Johnson City Cardinals 4.5 games back, again in the Appalachian League Western Division. That's a look at baseball. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll go to Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll talk to Kimberlyn King. We're going to find out about lots of things going on at Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll be there next week, of course, ready to roll with announcing duties on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Can't wait to get back up there and get behind the microphone at Bristol Motor Speedway. But coming up next, we'll be joined by Kimberlyn King. We're talking a Dale Earnhardt Museum, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Museum at Bristol Motor Speedway. Pretty cool stuff. She joins us next live here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show from Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue, here on show number 574, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now, some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
And we're back again. We are live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue on show number 574. Let's go to the phone. She's there on the screen you see on the phone, or on the screen you see on the phone. Kimberlyn King, again, the consumer marketing coordinator, Bristol Motor Speedway. Good morning, young lady. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm cracking up. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's hard to believe it is here. It is upon us. We got, of course, a big doubleheader next Wednesday night, and the Food City Family Race Night next Thursday, then the Food City 300 next Friday, and then the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race. So lots going on, and of course, she's right smack dab in the middle of it. Lawn Party. Tell me what's going on with the Lawn Party at Bristol Motor Speedway. A lot of folks may not know about this. Really cool thing.
Yes, the Lawn Party is returning this August. It was brand new last August, and we've expanded it in April, and then we're going to expand it again this race. But it is a free interactive element for our fans. It's going to be located in the fan zone, and it's open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. And pretty much what we did was we were trying to come up with a way to get our fans to interact with one another and make them feel like they're at home when they're at Bristol. And what better way to feel like you're at home than playing giant yard games? So it's, feel like you're like right there in your backyard. So we've got things like giant beer pong, mechanical bull, soccer pool, jumbo twister, Yardzy, which I think is really cool. It's like jumbo Yardzy. So we took all of your favorite childhood games and we made them life size.
That's cool. And that's going to be there on property. Now, where will this be at again? Where's it going to be located?
It's located in the fan zone.
Yep.
It's over. It's on the opposite side of the guest welcome village, but it's there in the fan zone, kind of near where the kids zone is. So the kids can play on the inflatables, and the adults can go ride the mechanical bull and play beer pong and soccer pool.
We're talking to Kimberly King, the consumer marketing coordinator. That's next week's lawn party. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we have the Crazy 88. What's this all about? That was something really cool. I got a chance to check out a little bit of it. Tell me what that was.
The Crazy 88 was a contest that we wrapped up last week. We gave all of these prizes away on a live Facebook show, which was a lot of fun. We got together with our partners to try to do a big send-off for Dale Jr. since he's retiring, and just a fun giveaway for our fans. And we ended up having over 11,000 fans enter for the contest, and it was prizes from hot passes to the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race, to fishing poles that were given by Bass Pro. True Timber donated a hunting suit. So we had all kinds of awesome prizes that our sponsors pitched in, and then we did a live drawing where in an hour we gave away, ended up being 90 prizes, because here at Bristol we like to throw in some extra. So
we're talking to Kimberly
we
King.
started with 88, we started with 88, and then we just kind of kept throwing some stuff in. People kept finding things in their office that they thought were cool, and we kept drawing names out of the fishbowl. So
there you go.
Lots of people win prizes. And then we worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get everything packaged and mailed out to the winners. So we've actually got 90 prizes that went out in the mail yesterday.
We love to give things away at Bristol Motor Speedway. Speaking of, Kimberly's going to be our guest next week. We're going to be there, of course, doing breakfast at Bristol inside the gift shop. But Speedway World Gift Shop will be there again as we were back in the spring. Every morning, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 till 10. And I would venture to say at some point Kimberly will come down and be one of our guests, as she was last year. So we'll be doing that on the Facebook Live page of Bristol Motor Speedway, which we're very excited about, and had great numbers back in the spring. And so as a result, Drew says, "You're coming back." And I said, "I love it." So we'll be up there next week, and I'm sure she'll be one of our guests one of the days or multiple days, because as you can tell, she does a great job. The Dale Jr. Museum, this is something really cool. This has not been talked about much. This is kind of an exclusive, and this is really cool. Tell me about the Dale Jr. Museum at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yes, this is an exclusive. We really haven't announced it yet, but we're doing a Dale Jr. Moments Museum, and it is a walkthrough experience. So it's like a walkthrough museum about special moments that Dale Jr. has had here at Bristol specifically. So we'll have cars that he's raced here at Bristol, pictures with captions of his big moments. Obviously we'll include him and as a kid with his dad, and then his sweet picture. Can't have a museum with Dale Jr. and not have that. And then we'll have some stuff featuring his game day appearance. So kind of a walk through, I guess, Dale Jr.'s life, I guess, at Bristol is the best way to put it. But we'll have some show cars in there. We're going to have trophies for fans to take pictures with. We'll actually have the Sweep Trophy and the Battle of Bristol Trophy that fans can take their picture with. And then I think probably my favorite part is there's two kind of like send-off walls, I guess, like autograph walls, and a car that we're going to do. So there's a wall that you can share your favorite Dale Jr. memory on. We'll have lots of Sharpies for fans to, write and share their memories and goodbyes. And then we're also going to have a car wrapped out in front of the museum that fans can sign for Dale Jr. as kind of like a thank you and an appreciation for him.
This is really cool. Again, we're talking to Kimberly King, the consumer marketing coordinator at BMS. So this is really a neat gesture, because Dale Jr., it's his favorite track. He's said that many, many times. So what better place to have a museum than at Bristol Motor Speedway for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And we're going to hear from him coming up here in just a minute on the show. And so where will this be physically located? Where's the museum going to be out on property?
The museum is going to be in the fan zone, and it's going to be right behind the guest welcome village, the guest welcome tent, kind of in between the guest welcome tent and then the trackside live tent. And it's going to have, you can't miss it, it's going to have a truss that says the Dale Jr. Moments Museum, and there'll be a car out front. But we're also going to have appearances throughout the weekend as well. As those are finalized, we're going to push those out on social media. And it's going to be open from 9 to 7 on Friday and Saturday.
Neat
and
stuff.
It's something fans are not going to want to miss. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even if you're not a Dale Jr. fan, you're going to want to come take your picture with the car and the trophies and just kind of walk through the museum because it's going to be really cool. Just kind of focusing on Junior, and he loves Bristol. He said time and time again that it's one of his favorite tracks, and he's had a long history here. So we're just trying to highlight that for the fans and for Junior as well too. So we hope he appreciates the gesture.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It's a class gesture as always, but Bristol Motor Speedway, the classiest track on the circuit as far as I'm concerned. So Consumer Marketing Coordinator, again, Kimberly King, we're live here at Phil's Dream Pit, broadcasting live. Coming up, Rob Cole's going to join us. Also, a little bit later on, we're going to hear from Martin Truex Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. here on the show. Let's see. Let's talk about music. There's all kinds of music up there next week on property. It's like a country music concert, a carnival, a race, everything thrown into one bag and shook up, and it's a great week to be at Bristol Motor Speedway. So if you like music, over and above the great racing, we have obviously Bristol. Tell me about some of the musical artists that are coming to town.
Yes, we've got everything that you just said, kind of all of that thrown into one. But we have some really great music acts coming up. Obviously, our pre-race concert is going to be Cody Jinks, and he will play on Saturday prior to the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race at 5:45 to 6:30. So if you're coming to the race, or if you're just a big Cody Jinks fan, then you're going to want to get tickets for that and make sure you're there at 5:45. As of this morning, though, our super passes are sold out, but there is still premium options available if you want to get up close and personal for the concert. And our ticket office can help you get tickets for that. And then new, exciting, is our Friday night post-race concert, and we announced that last week, and it's going to be the Steel Woods, and they're going to be on the trackside live stage after the Food City 300. And if fans aren't familiar with the trackside live stage, it's located in the fan zone, and it's right outside of Turn 2 beside the iconic Bristol Tower. And it is going to be home of the Friday night post-race concert, but they have musical acts all weekend long. So there's always going to be either like a driver appearance or some kind of NASCAR celebrity. There's games and then concerts that go on the trackside live stage.
All kinds of stuff going on at Bristol Motor Speedway. Of course, the website tells you a lot about that, bristolmotorspeedway.com. We'll be up there again, breakfast at Bristol every week, or every day next week, Wednesday, not every day, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday from 9 till 10 on the Facebook page of Bristol Motor Speedway. Kimberlin will certainly be one of our guests, along with Jerry Caldwell, the, again, Executive Vice President and General Manager, along with Landon Owen and Drew Bedard and all the different folks that make it go, Ben Trout. So we're very excited about that. But this is neat. The Dale Jr. Museum, again, it's going to be there, and this is something that's not been rolled out yet, so you're hearing it first here on the show, which I appreciate on behalf of Drew and Kimberlin. So one more time, tell us where this is going to be and the hours are going to be open, because this is you're exactly right, Kimberlin. This is a must-see. Whether you don't like Dale Jr. or not, I don't know how many you don't. He's 14-time most popular driver voted on by the fans. But even if you don't like Dale Jr. as a driver, you got to go up there and appreciate what they're doing as his final hurrah at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, again, tell us where this is going to be and when it's going to be open.
It is our Dale Jr. Moments Museum, and it's going to be located in the fan zone. It's it's a huge tent, but it's right in between the trackside live stage and the guest welcome tent. They're on the fan zone side of the, kind of out in front of the Bristol Tower. So if you find the Bristol Tower, you're going to find the Dale Jr. Moments Museum. It's open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Awesome.
And again, it's a walkthrough experience of moments in time, specifically at Bristol, that happened with, Dale Earnhardt Jr. So him and his dad, him and his sweep, his best finishes here, his time at Battle at Bristol, and then there's photo ops for the fans. So we're going to have cars, fire suits, and then actual trophies that you can take your picture with.
What a great touch. That is awesome. 9 to 7 next Friday and Saturday out near the tower. Of course, it's right there in front of the track there, Volunteer Parkway. It's on that side of the track, so on that side of property. Awesome. Consumer Marketing Coordinator Kimberly King, you are awesome. Great job. Thank you very much. Knocked it out of the ballpark, as they say. And keep smiling. I'll see you next week on the show, all right?
All right, that sounds good. We're looking forward to it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
race time.
You got it. It's Bristol, baby. Great job.
It's Bristol, baby.
You
Well,
got
thank
it.
you.
Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Yep, super job. Kimberly King, again, the Consumer Marketing Coordinator again at Bristol Motor Speedway, doing a superb job. And woo, check that out now. The Dale Jr. Moments Museum at Bristol Motor Speedway from 9 till 7, right outside the property, right outside the tower, again, Volunteer Parkway. And so a walk through, get a chance to see the great moments of Dale Earnhardt Jr. again at Bristol Motor Speedway. And that is going to be a must-see for the fans. And you talking about popping some pictures on your phone and some burning up some data time on your cell phone, taking pictures and video again inside the Dale Jr. Moments Museum. That is going to be awesome, and I can't wait to talk more about that. But you heard it right here first. 9 till 7 next Friday, 9 till 7 next Saturday at Bristol Motor Speedway. Speaking of, here is our video put together by Bristol Motor Speedway. They told us to absolutely play this, and we're honored. They said roll with the big guy. Here is a tease about why you need to get tickets to come see Dale Earnhardt Jr. next Friday and Saturday at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Final lap for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Bristol is special to me because I've been going there since I was a little kid. I remember watching races on top of old vans and stuff from the infield with my buddies, and wishing I was out there and wondering what it would be like to eventually race on the track one day.
There's a lot of things that change over time. One of the things that doesn't change is Bristol.
And here's Dale Earnhardt going by his son to take over the 8th position.
160,000 here in Bristol on their feet. Heavily partisan crowd at a place where his father had so much success. And tonight, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is here after winning the night race at Bristol.
Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway. It's billed as the last great Coliseum, and this place lives up to the hype.
The racing there is the standard for short track racing.
Look at Junior getting a great start.
Let me tell you, don't count that 88 out. He's pretty darn good.
If you're not a race fan and I send you to Bristol, you're gonna be a race fan when you leave.
Hell yeah! Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the Sharpie 500 at Bristol.
And this is one of the biggest wins of my career.
Why is that?
It's Bristol, baby!
And you can win tickets right there on the screen, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, up to 9 states over the weekend. We picked up Missouri and South Carolina. So, again, tickets, we're giving away tickets to the doubleheader, UNOH 200, the Bush's Beans 150. Ben Kennedy won this in a Chevrolet last year. Harry Goodell won this race in a Chevrolet, the official car of Bristol Motor Speedway last year. And then last August on the Food City 300, Austin Dillon brought home the checkers in a Chevrolet. And so Dale Jr.'s last Xfinity Series race, there it is. And we're giving away multiple winter tickets this coming Friday. So you got today, tomorrow, and Thursday to get qualified, and that's it. TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Multiple winners for both races. We'll announce all the winners coming up on Friday. We'll be at Food City and Piney Flats. And again, all you've got to do is give us first name, last name, town you're in, and an email address so you win. We can get a hold of you. It's just that simple. We do not keep the, we don't sell off the list once it's gone. Once the promotion's over, we get rid of it, of course. So we don't sell it off the list. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that to you. I don't want that done to me. So you can rest assured we don't do anything with the list once it's over, but put it in the old shredder and let it rip. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. It is open and it is hopping. It's lunchtime at the OK Corral. Again, pork sandwich meal, pork platter meal, the pork wing meal, the half rack rib meal. A man who's here that can flat put away the chow, he's going to join us first and eat then. And so, well, there she is. And so we're going to take a break. We're going to be right back. And we got the man in the house, Park Manager Rob Cole from Base Mountain Park. Coming up, we're going to be joined by Bill Patrick and also Nitra Little from Kingsport Speedway. And so we're going to do all that coming up here on show number 574. We'll be right back after this and talk to my man Rob Cole about his Cardinals, about Base Mountain Park, about the Raiders, whatever he wants to talk about.
It
He gets better as I talk. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit tomorrow. Chick-fil-A. Thursday, Champion Chevrolet. Friday will be, again, at Food City in Piney Flats. This is show number 574. They said it wouldn't work. Going strong. Right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
I mean, with us, he's here. Nope, that's not me. That's not him. That's me. Let's get him over on the big camera. Let him put over here the big dogs in the house. Boom. There he is, our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. Good morning, dog. How are you?
Oh, and your viewership just grown.
No, they didn't. They said, get rid of that dude. Let's see somebody else. So they want to see you. They want to see me. They see me all morning. How's it going? Everything going good?
It's going great. Going great. Been a great summer.
Bays Mountain Park has been hopping, has it not?
Been hopping,
to say
indeed.
the least.
Weather's been great. Hot a little bit in July, but we've had a little bit of a mild August so far, so no complaints. It's been good
so far. Because
it's
going to heat up. The dog days going to heat up.
Oh yeah,
Get that old hot muggy. Absolutely. And so, of course, fall's right around the corner. And if you're worried about Christmas, we're 138 days from Christmas. So most people's like, shut up, Tom. Don't even bring it up. But anyway, I saw the other day, since you became the park manager, you have come up and beginning to develop a game plan to enhance, to tweak, to add to refurbish parts of the park, which I think is pretty cool. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we've got a park that's 46 years old. It's it's an aging park, so it needs a little TLC, and like our homes, like anything else that begins to show some age, you are wise to address it, take care of it, maintain it, and that's what we intend to do. The animal habitats, I think in specific, are probably what you're referring to. We're looking to upgrade, redesign, so to speak. We've got an awesome responsibility. I think about all the folks that worked there before us, those of us who are currently there. They're the ones who put what we see there. It's up to us to take care of it, and not only just to take care of it, but to live up to their standards, and where we can improve it, modernize it, and make it ready for this and the next generation, and make Base Mountain Park everything that we grew up with to them. And that's where we are with this. We know we've got some things we need to address, and like I said, it's an awesome responsibility and one we love.
$5 a carload, you can't beat it. Get up on the mountain and hang out, and everything up there once you get there is, you can walk, you can hike, you can go see the wolves, whatever you want to do, it's there for $5 a carload, which people, when I tell them, they go, $5 a person? I said, no, $5 a carload. Back road up in West Virginia, we'd squeeze all of them, we'd have them in the trunk, we'd have kids hanging out the windows, because we were cheap, and so for $5, it's like, we're going to load them up, but that's the way it is, $5 a carload, right?
That's it. If you can, you can squeeze them in anywhere you can squeeze them in. I'll say legally, of course, because that's what we do on air, right?
Yes.
But the more the merrier. Bring you a van, bring you a station wagon load. Come up, enjoy, visit. It's $5 a vehicle.
Can't beat it. We're talking to Rob Cole again. One of the most popular things in the summertime is the barge ride, and I know it's going great guns. So tell me about the barge ride.
Yeah, that's probably the most relaxing thing you can do up at the park, other than take a hike or just cruise around and relax. The barge ride on our 44-acre lake, it's always a good little breeze on the lake. It's beautiful, it's scenic. No telling what kind of wildlife you're going to see at the lake's edge. We routinely see deer, usually some waterfowl there as well, not just ducks, but we also have a blue heron that frequents the park, and all kinds of things that are possibilities to see. And barges, that in and of itself, it's a great bargain. It's a brand new barge. It's a smooth ride. It's quiet. It's relaxing. It's peaceful. We'll talk a little bit about park history, plus about the ecology of the lake, and talk about things that we see during the ride, like I mentioned with some of the wildlife there. What's their role in lakeside ecology? And it's
we're talking to our buddy Rob Colgan, the park manager. You see on the screen here, we're live again at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, lunch is up and running here. It's a happening place, and they keep coming, and that's what we want. And I'm not surprised. It's great food. And so the solar eclipse coming up here on the 21st, and you guys have devoted some energies to the solar eclipse up on the mountain. Tell me about that.
Yes, we have. We've got a brand new, it is a not brand new. It's been in our planetarium theater now for the past 3 months. But probably one of our best news shows, maybe the best show we've created, period. It's called Totality. Focuses all exclusively on the upcoming eclipse, plus any eclipse that may happen thereafter. We can modify this show. But this is an exciting one for us. Here on August 21st, we're about to see a total eclipse pass right over our region. We're not going to be in the direct complete line. In other words, we're not going to be at 100% of the eclipse. But we will see the sun 96 to 97% blocked where we are. And what this show does is it talks all about that moment, what happens, what is an eclipse, how does it occur, what changes occur when an eclipse takes place, because we think about the sun being blocked. We don't think about the changes that take place here on Earth when that happens. It's going to get a little bit cooler. Obviously, we think it's going to get a little darker. We obviously think about that when the sun is blocked, but we don't think about the wind picking up a little bit, how that impacts the animals. For example, as the birds, their activity becomes a little more increased at that time. So this is a wonderful show that talks all about those aspects, plus really hones in on how you view this safely. And that's a big key. Now, one thing I want to remind your viewers is that don't come to Bays Mountain Park on the day of the eclipse. We don't have any special activities. The reason is because we aren't equipped. We don't have the parking or the resources to accommodate everybody that would want to view it. Also, we don't have the ideal viewing area. You really want to be in a grassy open field if you can. That's the ideal way to view this. So what you want to do is, first of all, we recommend going to the NASA website. Pull up the tips on safe viewing. If you're at the park, visit our eclipse exhibit, which is right inside the Nature Center door and to the right on the wall. We'll talk all about how to view the eclipse safely. Better yet, we hope you'll come to the planetarium show, but this is going to be a truly unique event for us. This is, again, coming right over our region. If you want to be in the total direct line of totality, you got to go about 2.5 hours southward. Maybe Chattanooga into western North Carolina, around Rossman, North Carolina, for example, that area. You can see it pretty spectacularly there. But here we're still going to get a really neat view, and again, the key is safe viewing. It's not the eclipse that's harmful to view, it's obviously the sun.
So how long will it last? Well, again, we're talking to Rob Cole, the eclipse. Up here in our neck of the woods, I know school's going to be out in a lot of the systems, and so I think I read it's from 1 to 4, and like the peak times are around 2:30, 2:35. So
that's it.
The eclipse, is it going to be 2 minutes, 20 minutes, 4 minutes?
It'll be at total eclipse for about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
And of course, at that point, then it'll start moving away from the total eclipse phase. So you got to be, again, if you want to see the total eclipse, if you want to see the sun completely blocked, and here's the uniqueness of it. When you look through a telescope here, you're not going to see the same thing that folks seeing it completely blocked are going to see. Those who are, for example, in Rossman, North Carolina, or near Chattanooga, just outside of Nashville, for example, when they look through a telescope with specially filtered lenses, they're going to see the corona of the sun. We're not going to see that. We're not going to see it,
right.
So there is a difference in how you view it, what you're going to see, depending on where you're viewing it. But again, I want to stress, safe viewing is the order of the day here.
So this will not be a time for me to go inside and make a peanut butter sandwich and come back out and go, Cole, I missed it. T, and they're getting that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you missed it. So that'd be my luck.
Yeah, because your sandwiches are about big.
Dagwoods.
Yeah, that's right.
You got it. We're talking to Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. So switching gears, let's talk for just a second about your boys. The Cardinals are 7.5 out of the wild card. And let's see, where are they in the Central Division standings? The St. Louis Cardinals, they are
3.5, I think.
3.5 out. So what do you think? Are they, let me see what they've been doing too. The Cardinals won 3 in a row and 6 out of the last 10. So is this, we've talked about this all season long. We have you. It's like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. They get a little momentum, they get knocked back or whatever. So what do you think? You think this is finally heading in the right direction?
I want to be the optimist and say we are, and I'm going to be because I'm a fan. You and I have talked about this before. When you have a winning culture, you never count a team out, and that's one thing we've had of late. Think back to what La Russa created. Matheny took over, and then Matheny improved on, and then I know we've had a couple of tough years, but you're still talking about a team with a winning record who just missed the playoffs by a single game last year and is in the hunt again this year, despite the fact that the Cubs did everything they could to let everybody else take the driver's seat early in the season. So here we are at 3.5 games back. We're middle of August now almost. You and I have talked about this before. It was not more than a few years back. They were 10 games out at the 1st of August. 10 games out. They made up 10 games, made the postseason, won the World Series. So it can happen. This isn't that team, though. This isn't a team that's nearly as talented. It's got holes. You and I have, again, beat this in the ground all year. It's got deficiencies. It's not the best defensive team. It's not got, the most consistent bullpen. And there's no strength in the middle of the order that makes the opposing team change its game plan to attack your batting order. We just don't have those things, and I don't know. We'll see. I want to be the optimist and say we're in the hunt. We're 3.5 games out. Anything can happen, and I say let's roll the ball out there and play. No time to worry about it now. We're at 500 with 3.5 games back. Let's just go give it our best shot.
Cut loose and go. Got nothing to lose.
That's it.
Now, before I let you go, your beloved Rams, they start the preseason against Seattle. Now, Fisher's gone, right? I'm trying to keep up with it.
Fisher is
He's
gone.
out. The coach is gone, so they got a new coach for the Rams. I don't even know who it is. Don't care, but you do. Who's the new coach?
I don't even. It's some young fella.
Freddie Fender, somebody.
It's probably the second coming of Lane Kiffin, Oakland Raiders.
There you go. The second coming of Lane Kiffin. Anyway, the Rams, you're not. I'm telling you, now's the time to jump over and join the Raiders. You can join the thugs. Come over and be on my side.
Well, I've told you in the past, you've got my ear in a harder way than you've ever had it before.
Rob's getting ready to tie the knot, which I'm very excited about. So maybe for your wedding gift, I may give you a Raiders, something with Raiders on it. Maybe a trash can.
Just be sure you get me something I can put on the wall, nice, big, and shiny. She'll love that.
She'll love that. A big mural of the Raiders championship.
About
Super
one
Bowl.
of those big fat head things you can stick on the wall that takes up the whole wall. And
Yeah, I'm sure that'll fly big.
Yeah.
Right in the living room, too.
Maybe a fat head of David Carr, or
it's for all the guests to come over to the Cole house. This is a big
right.
fat head wedding gift from Tom Taylor.
It's all
big
about
Raiders
pride,
fan.
right?
Oh, yeah. I can see how long that lasts. She's going to say, you're not putting that up in here. It may be in the garage or it may be somewhere, but it's not going to be in here.
Absolutely.
There you go. So you're 17 days out?
That's it.
Yeah. I'm excited for him. I'll be there. Cannot wait to see my man get hitched. So he's a class act. I love him dearly. So I know you got to get to a meeting, grab your drink on the way out the door, and hopefully come back in here next time. You can sit down and eat.
Hey, look forward to it, man. I'll come back in here and listen to some Third Day Soul on Fire and jam and eat and feel my...
Tell me.
I'm looking kind of thin, aren't I?
Yeah, you're looking puny. Yeah, he's the man. My man, Rob Cole. Talk to you soon, Bubba.
Hey, appreciate it, Big T.
Yep. Quick break. We'll be right back. Bill Patrick's here of the Kingsport Speedway, and also he's got Miss Little's in the house, too. So we're going to have her. That would be you. She's like, that's me. Get you a drink, Rob. Do not leave without your cold soda pop. I'll have to get you a soda and get you something to go. T, get him something to go because he's got to go to a meeting. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're here live at Phil's Dream Pit on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is the place where you can forget all about work for a while and celebrate the good old U.S. of A. And take in the best bumper-banging, fist-waving, hero-making short track race of the year, the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. And kids' tickets are just $10. Be there August 19th because it ain't just another race. It's Bristol, baby.
Trucks, and more trucks at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a huge selection of over 400 new Silverados to choose from, with over 700 total Chevrolets in stock, with savings that are bigger than our massive selection. Silverado Double and Crew Cab All-Stars, $11,000 off MSRP. Malibu LT, 20% off. 17 Colorado, $19,995. 17 Equinox, $21,445. Don't miss out on one of the best times to buy a new Chevrolet with savings that will leave you asking, how do they do that? At Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store. Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit, and so this is the case of Beauty and the Beast. That would be the Beast, that would be the Beauty. This young lady met her, know her husband, and she gave me a CD the other day and said, I'd like for you to give me this a listen. And I said, whoo, blew me away. And then I said, do you sing the national anthem? She said, yes, I do. And I said, I need to connect you with Bill Patrick at the Kingsport Speedway. And they just met, and apparently she's singing Friday night. Is that right? There you go.
Yep.
Can't beat that.
Friday, 7:30. It's actually funny that you mentioned Beauty and the Beast because that's my favorite Disney movie.
Is it really?
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm Belle. Have you not?
Oh, no,
do you not see this?
Yeah.
Got the hair.
You're exactly right. You're Belle. What's the name of the candlestick guy?
Lumiere.
Lumiere. Okay. What's the name of the little guy with the clock?
Cogsworth.
She does know it.
There's Mrs. Potts and
Mrs.
Chip
Potts,
too. Yeah. I can recite it as well.
What was Belle's
so.
daddy's name?
Papa.
Papa?
Yeah, that's what
he
I
was
call
crazy.
him. Yeah, he was
that's
supposed to be
I like
crazy.
because he's crazy.
Maurice is actually his name, though.
Wow. Okay. So much you're trying to stump her for Beauty and the Beast. So, know this young lady sings. She got a couple of CDs out, which I didn't bring with me because I forgot that she was coming, which is my bad. But you can tell us about the CDs, and they're going to be able to hear you apparently Friday night. So, tell us a little about yourself.
Yes, I'm originally from South Carolina, and we moved up here in 2000. And music has always been a huge part of my life and my family's life. I've been singing since I was 2, and I finally decided to stop singing secular music and sing for Christ. First CD was good, but the second one really took a lot more time just because I really wanted Christ to be glorified through it more so than myself. And it's been a very humbling experience, but they're covers of a lot of familiar songs as well as some that are not so familiar, and just out there praising God. I also sing for revivals and homecomings and things like that as well, and I've got my Facebook page too, so I'm going to put a plug in for that. If you're looking for somebody to come and sing for those events, just contact me. I'd be more than happy to come and share Christ's love and what he's done in my life with y'all.
And your Facebook page is?
Christian Trivet.
Yep, Christian Trivet.
Christian, just like I believe in Jesus.
Right. And Trivet, Trivette.
That's correct.
Christian Trivet.
Yes, sir.
Now, songs on the CD that I listened to, the number 2 song, number 2 CD, In Christ Alone.
Yes.
What are some of the other songs?
There's Beulah Land, which is actually one of my favorites, as well as I Love to Sing Your Praise, Lord. That's by Lauren Talley. And then there is Thy Will, and let's see, there's one that my mom and I actually do a cappella called Mansion Over the Hilltop. Yes.
Oh,
my mother is on Beulah Land too. That's her backing me up, and she's part of the reason why I am the way that I am. She prayed for a very long time for me, and my church actually didn't know that I was one of the prayer requests, her unspoken prayer requests 3 years ago. So
here we are.
Yes, sir, here we are.
Out singing for the Lord, and again, A Mansion Over the Hilltop. That's an old Southern gospel song. I heard the Cathedral sing that one, and she does a great copy of that, and also In Christ Alone, and the Lauren Talley song, which I'm a big fan of Lauren Talley, and that song is
I Love to Sing Your Praise, number 1, and Unspeakable Joy is the last one, number 11.
There you go. So where can we get the CD?
You can actually contact me for that, myself, or I'm going to put a plug in for Ronnie Hale, so if you're watching, hi Ronnie. He is also on my Facebook page as well, and he's just a great guy. related, but by the blood of Jesus. That's my favorite new saying.
There you go. Now, I get a lot of CDs all the time. People say, hey, give this a listen, because you're in the media, you're on radio, you're on whatever. I say, okay. So I've got these over the years a lot. And so most of the time, but the first time I heard this one, even the little people, they came down to the hall that day and said, Granddad, who's this? Said, she's good. So this young lady can sing, and you need to get her CD. And when she sings In Christ Alone, woo, a Mansion Over the Hilltop.
Yes, sir.
An old Southern gospel song. And so Christian Trivet. And so her Facebook page again is?
Christian Trivet, just exactly like I believe in Jesus. Trivet, T-R-I-V as in Victor, E-T-T-E.
There you go. Now, if you watch this show, you know I dedicate this show every day to the man who hung on the cross, unashamedly. So yesterday we had those two ladies come and sing. We'll get her back in here to sing. She didn't know that she was going to do this. She just wanted to meet Bill today. So at a future show, we'll let her come back in and sing, as they say back home, a cappella, as Barney Fife says. So
absolutely.
But not today. She has a little one with her, and she's got to be somewhere. So, but I appreciate you coming by. And so if Bill works his magic, she's going to sing the national anthem, working as he speaks. So
on Friday.
Friday night.
Yes, sir.
At King Sports Speedway, the Concrete Jungle. Well, thank you for coming by, young lady. You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yep, we'll take a quick break, come right back. We've got Anitra, a driver at King Sports Speedway, the Danica Patrick of the local racing. We'll get her coming up. But coming up next is the man who makes this place go, Phil Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit, next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, there we go. Time is running out. We're up to 8 states. We picked up Missouri and South Carolina to win tickets to Bristol. There it is. Dale Jr.'s final run at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series Friday night. A week coming up, 10 days out. And so TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We're giving away this coming Friday. We got multiple winners of both this doubleheader on Wednesday and the Food City 300 on Friday. So all you got to do is go first name, last name, where you're from. We picked up Missouri and South Carolina, and also your email address. That's all we need. And all we need to write here is this man on the screen, Phil Pipkin. Saw him the other day. He doesn't know I saw him. He was tooling down the interstate on that bike. You were rolling, too. That thing's beautiful. So got him a new toy. So when he's not in here working, you gotta play hard, you gotta work hard, and work hard and play hard. So what kind of bike is it?
It's a 2010 Harley Street Glide Track.
Love it.
So got her an awesome deal. Just worked out perfect.
And guess who was on the back of it?
Miss
Mama. Down the highway they go. I thought they didn't see me. I saw them. I thought they were too cool. So anyway, he owns this great place, he and Diana. And, you know, we're talking schools back in session. We got a race next week. Got college football and high school football coming up. Lots of reasons to come in and eat. But if you can't eat, you make it very convenient for folks to come and get something on the fly on the way out the door. Tell me about that.
So we got, parents sometimes eat lunch with their children, and we got some great values on kids' meals, hot dog, pork sandwiches, can do ribs, brisket. So we do really good deals for kids' meals. Can pick that up, take it to the school, and sit down and have lunch with your child. Got the high school football and college coming up, and we got all the value packs, which feeds 4, feeds 10, feeds 12, feeds 100 if you need that many. But get a lot of people who pick up the value packs to, get off work, run by here, pick up food, and
they don't want to cook.
Don't want to cook.
Mama says we're going to the game.
Going to the game.
Pick up something on the way, and they come here and get a dream pack. So,
if you're heading to Knoxville to tailgate, just give us a call the day before. We can have it hot and ready for you, and it'll stay hot till you get down to the stadium.
Yep. And on Saturday morning, if you're going to Blacksburg to see the Hokies, if you're going to Johnson City to see the Bucks, or if you're going to Knoxville to see the Vols, you can come by and get meat by the pound. If you're going to tailgate, have it already done. All you got to do is take it over there and slap it on the bun and put some condiments on it, and away you go,
there
right?
There you go. Good.
Yeah. Folks do that a lot, too, don't they?
They do. Got the full pack. You can get it with the sides and the sauces and the buns, and all you have to do is just open it up and start eating.
Yeah. You even do the ribs, too, don't you?
Do the ribs, do the brisket. If people want them, I'll do chicken wings. I'll do whatever people want.
Yep. We're talking to Phil Pipkin again. Meat by the pound, pork, turkey, brisket, chicken salad. We haven't talked much about that. Full rack ribs or half rack ribs. So if you're planning, and a lot of folks are, because hey, it's not that far away from college football. Starts in high school starts in 2 weeks. College starts. Most of them start. I know the Vols play September the 2nd down in Atlanta. And, of course, Virginia Tech plays September the 3rd against West Virginia in Landover, Maryland. So our two local schools, and, of course, East Tennessee State starts in September against Limestone College on that Saturday night. So, and if you're not traveling to the game, you're going back home to watch it on TV, if you're not going to Atlanta to see them play Georgia Tech or whatever, and you're having the gang over to watch it, you can get meat by the pound or the Dream Packs and just take it back to the house.
What I'm proud of with the Dream Packs is I don't know many places you can go where you can get pork as good as I serve, make you a good sandwich, and you get 3 sides. So you get beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. You get all that, and it's less than $7 a person. That's even if you add a gallon of tea to go with it. So, I don't know where else you can feed this kind of food for under $7 a person.
There you go. Under $7 a person to get the kind of food you get here again. The quest for perfect barbecue at Phil's Dream Pit. So that's when you're traveling, but if you want to come in here and sit down, you welcome that too, right?
I welcome that too.
Yep. So
plenty of seating inside. We have a nice little wraparound porch outside with picnic tables, so it's starting to cool down and be a little nicer outside to sit.
So I'm going to throw a couple of things at him here for you. I know he has to get back over there, but the 3-rib meal. Tell me about the 3-rib meal.
So it's just basically take a rack of ribs, and if you want the sweet or dry rub ribs, not everybody wants a half a rack of ribs or a full rack for lunch. So we offer a 3-rib meal so that you can enjoy ribs for lunch and not have to buy half a rack of them to eat them.
Yep. By the way, it's smoked right here. So you pull up on the parking lot here right off of Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit, you will more than likely, no, you're not more than likely, you will smell the smoker because it's right out back here. So it's not like he brings it in from somewhere. It's smoked right here on premises. And
I pull the pork fresh every day.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the customers said, so where do you buy your pork from? I say, it's vacuum sealed. I said, I don't. I said, comes off the smoker, it gets pulled. We vacuum seal it in 5-pound bags, and then it gets ice bath to bring the temperature down. And then as we need it, we can just heat it up that day, and you don't lose any flavor or moisture through that process.
All right, so tell me, that's a 3-rib meal. Tell me about the dry rub chicken platter meal.
It's a boneless, skinless chicken breast, and put my dry rub on it and smoke that. It makes a really good platter or a really big sandwich. It's just
a really big sandwich.
It just depends on which.
And then, of course, you've got the pork wings.
Pork wings, it's actually comes off the shank end of the ham. I think I was the first one in this area to introduce the pork wings, and they're very good if you do them right. Very tender. It's pork on a bone, sort of like a chicken wing, and about 4 ounces of meat on each one, and there's no fat, no gristle, and very tender. Good cross between ham and sweet ribs.
Coming up, we're going to hear from Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Martin Truex Jr. Also coming up next, the Danica Patrick of Kingsport Speedway. That's her new title. This young lady drives the Speedway. We're going to meet her and Bill coming up. We got racing Friday night at the Concrete Jungle. The Dream Dog. What is a Dream Dog?
Oh, dude, and Dream Dog. It's an all beef hot. I tried 50 different varieties of hot dogs before I settled on this, but it's an all beef. There's 5 hot dogs per pound, so that tells you how big one hot dog is. And we put it on a bun and smother it with my baked beans and coleslaw. And I've got pretty large men come in here for lunch, and they'll eat one and say that was plenty.
Oh, absolutely.
And then something I don't, I'm not gonna. You hear about the Barbie dog on commercials. Well, you should try one of Phil's Barbie dogs. It's got an actual the all beef hot dog on it, and I put pork under it and pork on top.
A hickory smoked all beef hot dog, I might add.
It's
there's no other hot dog like it. After I've had his hot dog,
it's very tasty.
Oh man, I just come in and eat hot dog. They just give me a plain hot dog, and I smother it with ketchup, and that's my meal because I love the hot dogs here.
And I laugh because I'll cut one up and I make beanie weenies. And I tell people it's not the beanie weenies. You remember your mama ever make you beanie weenies? You know, the Van Camps and.
I'm from West Virginia. We lived off beanie weenies.
So I say it's not the beanie weenies my mama used to make.
No, not with his hot dogs. Phil'sDreamPit.com, by the way, is the website. Check out everything he's talking about. And, of course, they're open Tuesday through Saturday, closed on Sundays and Mondays. And so if you are planning, I know a lot of folks are already starting to plan, when we're going to go see the games and who we're going to go see them with and who's going to provide the food and you're going to bring this, you're going to bring that. So I'm planting the seed now. When you get ready to do high school football games or college football games, got them coming over to the house, or you're traveling to tailgate, remember Phil's Dream Pit. Get meat by the pound. You also have the sides, slaw, beans, potato salad, macaroni salad, too.
And there's a lot of, high school reunions this time of year, family reunions. And I've had a couple of folks that really didn't want pork, so, I'll be happy to, if you've got a reunion, I'll be happy to sit down and talk. If you just want the meat, I'll talk to you about different meats I can smoke for you. Beef tenderloin, just prime rib. I can do prime ribs for people if they want something special. So, it's just because it's not on the menu don't mean I won't do it for you.
And they also cater. We haven't even talked about that. He's got to get back over there. But they cater weddings. They cater class reunions. They cater as well. So, Phil'sDreamPit.com is where you want to check this out right here. The Quest for Perfect Barbecue. There's the phone number, 349-6437. And this guy gets it done right here. He and his lovely bride and a great staff. And appreciate you. I love coming out here, man.
Well, thank you for all you do for us.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Love this place. So give me some taters.
Taters, buddy.
Yep, give him some taters. Quick break. We go from the beast to the beauty. Anitra is in the house. Talk a little NASCAR driving. She's like, will you stop saying that? She joins us next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There she is, Anitra Little, and Bill Patrick's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes at the Kingsport Speedway. This is pretty cool because we have a young lady. We're always talking about females in sports. We talk about Danica Patrick, and of course she's struggling, and rumor is she won't be back with Stuart Haas next year. We do have the story about Casey King. Will definitely not be back with Rick Hendrick. We've got the replacements, or who could be replacing him in that number 5 car next year. And so we'll talk more about that. You're going to hear from Martin Truex Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming up here in just a few minutes on the show. But first, she's in the house. She is Anitra Little from Kingsport, who drives the Kingsport Speedway, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the obvious question, how in the world did you get interested in driving cars? Because I think it's an awesome thing.
Well, I grew up in racing. My mom and dad both are really big into NASCAR. My mom's a big Dale fan, and my dad loved Rusty Wallace, and so I just kind of grew up in it. My mom worked in the concession stands in Kingsport when we were kids, so I kind of always been around the track a little bit.
So what age did you get behind the wheel?
This year, I was 31 when I bought my car. Turned 32 soon after.
There you go. So this is the first year you've ever driven, and so you told me you finished second in one of the races?
I did. Last Friday I finished second.
Wow. So tell me, I mean, a lot of folks never get a chance to be in a car on any track, at any speedway, anywhere. So step me through it. What's it feel like to get in behind the wheel and drive, 14, 15-second laps, generally speaking, at the speedway?
Yeah.
Okay, 15, 16-second lap, whatever. So point is, you go around there pretty quick. So tell me how it is to run a 15, 16-second lap in a race car.
Well, I wouldn't say in my car that I've made it quite to 15, but I'm getting closer every week. It's a lot of fun. It is. I improve every week, and it really is a lot of fun. I mean, you get a little nervous sometimes, especially being the only woman on the track, and racing with all men. But they're such nice guys. And
So take me through the straightaways and coming off the gas, going into the turns. Describe a lap at the Speedway.
Lap at the Speedway. I mean, you come out of the pits and you hit the gas. There's not much going slow. You come out of the pits, hit the back stretch, and step on the gas. And right before you get to the turn, let off the gas, hit the brake a little. They say I do ride my brakes a little bit too much, but hit the brakes, come around the turn, and back on the gas immediately, and right back to the next corner.
So what's it feel like to pass somebody on the track?
Well, considering that I'm new and I'm still learning how to pass, when you pass somebody, I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, did I just pass a car?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, I just passed somebody.
I just passed somebody.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So far, these guys have been pretty courteous to you.
Oh, they are like family. I mean, I never imagined that your competition would be so helpful and so friendly. But I mean, they really have just turned into family to me. They loan me tools. They come over and make sure I've got everything I need. Help me with my window net. Check my tire pressure. I mean, they're such nice guys.
Until you start winning, then it's going to. Once you start winning, it'll probably all change. Cause that'll probably be okay because she's a lady, and so this is really neat. So you got started, and this is your first year driving, and so if you got the fever, you got the bug, you want to keep doing it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to keep doing it. I'm going to finish this season out. I hope to go to Coburn up in the Lone Pine Speedway a couple times this year, and then I'll be back next year for sure.
Cool. You're racing Friday night, right?
Absolutely.
Which division you in?
I race in the Pure Street. I have a gray car, pink numbers, number 31, and so look for me out there.
I would think, since you're the only lady on the track, that the little girls and ladies, I would think you are going to develop, since it's only the first couple of weeks you've been out there, I would think you're going to develop a pretty quick fan base.
Actually, I have people come up to me in the pits and the stands congratulating me, tell me I'm improving, that they cheer for me, and I don't have a clue who they are, but it makes me feel good to know that there are people in the stands cheering for me.
It's awesome. That's really cool stuff. So, a nature little gray car, pink 31, right? Mm-hmm. At the Kingsport Speedway, the concrete jungle. I love it. Finished second last week.
I did.
In the Street 4.
Pure Street.
I'm sorry, Pure Street division. Pure Street. And you're racing Friday night too, right?
I am.
Friday? Mm-hmm. There you go. All right. So who's somebody you looked up to racing?
Well, my mom was a Junior fan, and like I said, my dad was Rusty Wallace fan, so naturally I followed both of those, and, now I like Dale Jr. I hate to see him retire, but I'm a big Junior fan.
Yeah. On your bucket list, would you ever want to meet Danica Patrick since you drive?
Of course, yeah, I would love to meet Danica Patrick. Talk to her, ask her some questions, get some advice.
Okay. Interesting. All right, give me some taters. Nature Little, car number 31, Friday night. She'll be out there. Gray car, pink 31. Yep. Look for it. All right, I'm going to let her jump out of here and let Bill jump in there real quick. We're live here at Phil's Dream Pit. Coming up, we are going to hear from Martin Truex Jr. We are going to hear from Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're going to also run down through NASCAR. You guys are going to eat, too. You get a chance to get a little lunch. I like that. Can't beat that.
I'll tell you what.
Phil's Dream Pit. Come on in here and sit down, big dog. We'll let you come right back in here and talk a little bit. We're talking to my man, Bill Patrick. So, boom, there he is. Good racing last Friday night. It looked like we were going to get it in, but you guys went in and raced, and it was pretty intense.
We only got one round of practice in, but we went ahead and got the track dried up and got a round of practice qualified and run the whole night. It didn't rain anymore.
Late model, who won it?
Chris Van Dyke won both races.
Yeah. So
we had twin late models, and he won both of them.
So he's dominating this thing so far.
He has done his homework over the winter. He's hard to beat.
Yeah. Well, he's over there practicing all the time, too, because I can't get him on the show.
Every time them gates is open, he's over there
practicing. Proof's in the pudding because he's winning. And, of course, some of the other drivers aren't happy about that. But, you put the time in and get out of what you put into it. So he's over there putting those laps in and getting ready for it. So how many more weeks of racing we got before we get into the championship?
Well, our championship night is the first weekend in September.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't be running the week that Bristol's in town, but we'll be here other than that.
So you're racing this Friday night for sure?
We'll be there this Friday night, and then we'll skip a week, and then we got, I think, 2 more August races and then championship night.
So you're up there as an official, so what do you think about Anitra Little? Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's awesome she's up there driving as a young lady.
Yeah, I'm really watching. She's coming on better all the time. I asked her the other day, Nasty wanted to know why girls get so cautious when they're in all these safety harness and roll cages and all the protection you can get, and kind of are cautious on the track, and then you get on the interstate and drive wide open.
What was your answer to that?
He asked her.
Oh, he asked her. What was her answer?
She said it's different.
It's just different. She just said it's just different. So
it's different.
Now she's got Nasty's old car, right?
It's Nasty's old car. It used to be the green 13. Now it's gray with
pink 31.
She turned the letters around, made it 31.
There you go. Pink 31s. So tell me, Friday night gates open what time?
The gates open at 5:30. We'll be qualifying around 6, and we'll be having Christian singing the national anthem at 7:55, and we'll be racing at 8 o'clock.
There you go. So she is going to sing Friday night. Oh yeah.
It is arranged.
You're in for a treat. She can do it. I'm telling you, she can flat sing.
She played it for me there just a minute ago. Yeah.
She played on the phone.
And we're a good way to try out this new PA system.
There you go.
From Toyota Kingsport.
Let her belt it out over there Friday night. So you got Anitra driving on the track. You got Christian singing the national anthem. So the ladies are coming on, right?
Yeah, and we have another girl drives in Pure 4. She's getting better every week. Lexi Ray.
Lexi Ray.
I think she's 17. She's coming on.
There you go.
And her sister will be there next year. So.
I love it. Kingsport Speedway Friday night. Now, who's coming? You got somebody coming Friday at Food City, right?
Dave Loggins, race director.
Race director's coming, and then
the
a couple of weeks.
Up in the tower that everybody likes to get mad at. That is him.
And then a couple of weeks, we're going to be up in Blumpville Food City. We got Rick Hut.
I got Rick Hutchman promising me he'll be there.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So this guy's done a fantastic job getting all these drivers. Again, Kingsport Speedway, how much it cost to get in over there?
It's $10 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in free. So what else can your family do for $20 on a weekend? And we put on a fantastic show.
Yeah, I've heard that. People have gone there, so man, it's awesome. And so had good car count, and it's good competition, and it's win-win for everybody. Fans get treated good.
All the races, the car count's up this year. I'm having somewhere anywhere between 25 and 30 Pure 4s. And they were being real nice, and all of a sudden the tensions are starting to fly there. So it's getting a little bit
dicey.
More exciting. The fans love it, though. So.
Oh, yeah. A little mixing it up. So they won't bother her, though, will they? How could they be mean to her? I mean, just look at her. She's a nice lady.
I guess somebody's going to have to coach her out. What happens if they do it?
Well, the old boy she's courting,
what the fender's made for.
There you go. And the old boy she's courting, he ain't exactly puny.
No, he's not no little fella.
No, I remember the time he came to Food City, and I'm sitting there, and it gets dark, and look up, and it's Bruce. I'm thinking, oh, hey big boy, block the light. Huh? Oh, hey, big feller. Oh, yeah. Tall drink of water. Yeah, strapping lad, as they say back home. Bruce Crumley. That's her guy. So she's driving. You're officiating, and it's going to get interesting because pressure's on. You got 2-3 more races left, and so
everybody's going for it.
That's it. Everybody's going to get a little bit more.
Points are tight.
Taking some more risks. Points are tight. Late model, Van Dyke leads that. What are some of the other points leaders in some of the other divisions? Or who, I should say, not what, but who are some of the leaders?
Well, it's kind of hard to say in Pure 4. That keeps bouncing back and forth. You've got Billy Byington and Kenny Absher and Billy Kettering, John Kettering, Jason Kettering. They're all up there in the top. Craig Phelps, I've had him on. He's coming on pretty strong. He's been having some top 5 finishes lately. So. And then we got Kevin Canner. He's hard to beat in Mod 4. You got Cress in late model. The modified street, I guess that would be Rusty Clendenin, more than likely be leading the way there. And Anitra's division is probably going, I would say more than likely it's going to be Jace Wackers. He leading in points?
She knew that. She knew who's leading the points. I like it.
I'm sure she's keeping an eye on
She's competitive. She wants to know who she's got to go get. So there you go. She told me exactly who's winning. So good stuff. I know you got to get back. You guys going to eat before you leave, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm going to grab a bite.
Yeah, feed her too. You're a guest of the show. So appreciate you coming. I'll see you Friday. Food City, Piney Flats.
All right.
All right.
I'll have Dave Loggins there with me.
There you go. Good stuff. As promised, here he is. Here's Dale Earnhardt Jr. A question asked to him, even though it's been a disappointing season, what are you telling your team? And Dale Earnhardt Jr. had this to say on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I think more than anything, it's just progress.
The only thing I've told them is that one of these races we're going to show up and we might have what we need. And for us to be able to win that weekend, we need to be ready mentally. We can't drag our feet into the racetrack on Friday and expect to be on our game on Sunday. We have to go into every race like this is going to be the week that we get it done. I think that's the only attitude you can have if you expect to take advantage of an opportunity, because one might fall in your lap. We just might find what we're looking for before this season's over. But certainly if we miss a chase, we're still going to try to win a race. We're still going to show up and try to give it everything we got. There's nothing worse than leaving the racetrack feeling like you didn't try your best or didn't give everything you had. And I certainly ain't going to finish my last season like that and carry that with me the rest of my life. So we're going to work hard all the way to the very end, and hopefully we have something to smile about at some point before it's over with.
And, of course, that's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Hear him talking about his team, saying this is his last trip as a driver, and he's not going to quit now, because some of the folks said, well, he's just kind of riding it out. No, he's not riding it out at all, and you heard him say that. And so we're going to hear from Martin Truex Jr. coming up in just a few minutes as well. Again, we're live here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Going to take a break, come right back, talk college football. Urban Myers kicked one off the team up at Ohio State. We'll get an update on John Kelly, the University of Tennessee running back. And we've also got a story coming up about, so we mentioned Ohio State. Oh, yeah, Hugh Freeze expects Ole Miss to give him some money. And also Miami. Mark Richt has let one go down in Miami, one of the key players on his football team for the Hurricanes. So, quick break. We'll take a look at college football. Yet to come, we'll hear from Martin Truex Jr. and also the very latest NASCAR. Casey Kane out of the number 5 ride for 2018. Who will be in as the replacement? Because there'll be somebody. Rick Hendricks said we're going to fill that seat. Several options. We'll tell you who we think is going to be right after this. Again, don't forget, we'll be live again at Bristol Motor Speedway next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Part of Breakfast at Bristol. We'll be on the Bristol Motor Speedway Facebook page. And, of course, then we get the honor and privilege of being the track announcer at Bristol Motor Speedway. So we'll go to work up there next week. And so before we take a break and go to the timeout, again, reminding you to win tickets. Right here, we're giving away tickets. All you got to do is go right here, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We're up to 8 or 9 states, and we picked up Missouri and South Carolina folks that have entered to win the tickets. Let's see, let me get the rest of them for you. Tennessee. Where is it here? I had the list. Oh, here it is. Tennessee, West Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, New York, Georgia, Virginia, now Missouri, and South Carolina. There it is, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Multiple ticket winners for the doubleheader next Wednesday night and the Food City 300, the 25th anniversary of Dale Jr.'s last ride in the Xfinity Series at Bristol Motor Speedway and the Food City 300. So, again, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, giving away those tickets. Coming up again on Friday, we'll announce the winners, the multiple winners of each sets of tickets for the Wednesday doubleheader for these 2 races and for the Food City 300 next Friday night at Bristol Motor Speedway. Quick break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at college football next. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 575. It is look right here, it's a Blue Lizard Day outside. Sun's back out, had some rain. Blue Lizard, one of our great sponsors, made right here in the Tri-Cities. It goes all over the world in 6 countries now, as Jeff told us last week. Again, now in Walmart. You can get them at CVS, get them in Walgreens. Of course, at Food City, one of our great sponsors. We'll be there on Friday at Food City in Piney Flats. But Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen, the Sport. This is the one. I used it just the other day at the pool. You see on the back, water resistant for 80 minutes, SPF 30 plus, broad spectrum UVA, UVB, and so when the cap turns blue, that means there's harmful UV sunlight out there to slather on. Sport, again, Blue Lizard Sport is effective UV protection for seriously active lifestyles, extremely water resistant for 80 minutes based on the U.S. FDA test methods, and so it's available again at all Food Cities and again, different locations across the region and across the country. And I was up in West Virginia a couple of weeks ago and saw me some Blue Lizard in West Virginia. So it's made right here in the Tri-Cities and shipped all over the world. And starting next year will be the official sunscreen of the Boston Red Sox. And also next year the official sunscreen of the Chicago Cubs. And if you follow the PGA Tour, they sponsor Sergio Garcia on the PGA Tour. You'll see that Blue Lizard on his ball cap and on his shirt. Same one you're seeing here on the box. And so Blue Lizard, a proud sponsor of Sergio Garcia on the PGA Tour. So Blue Lizard, Australian Sunscreen, it's a Blue Lizard Day, no question. And so they got Sport, they got Face, they've got Sensitive. The one for the face, it's a cool one too because the ladies love this. It's a gel, and you can put this on and then put your makeup on top of this gel that they make for the ladies. And so, and for guys, that also after you shave, the aftershave, you can apply this gel. It's the Blue Lizard Face 30 plus. Again, no parabens, no fragrances, and a zinc oxide formula. Same thing, the smart bottle technology. Bottle changes color. The cap turns blue when you're out in the sun, and the blue cap tells you it's harmful UV sunlight. So this one's for the ladies more times than not because ladies apply this and then put the makeup on top of this. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen. There you go. Made right here in the Tri-Cities. As we've told you, Ohio State senior defensive tackle Michael Hill suspended by Urban Meyer when the season begins. Didn't give a reason for the fifth-year senior suspension, nor did he say how long he'll be suspended, but he won't play in the Buckeyes opener August 31st at Indiana. Won't matter. It's Indiana, and so the Buckeyes are loaded. He's suspended for a few games, Urban Meyer said. Not determined exactly what it is right now, so he won't play in the opener. Hill became the team's full-time nose tackle last year, had 21 total tackles, 3 for losses, so this guy's going to be a big player in the system, but I don't think you have to worry about him not playing against Indiana, so the Hoosiers probably won't, I wouldn't think, pose too much of a threat for the Buckeyes in the opener August the 31st, but I'm sure he'll be back in there later on in the bigger games of the season. University of Miami hasn't played in the ACC championship game since 2005. It was picked to represent the Coastal Division ACC Media Days despite a new quarterback under center and an offensive line that, while experienced with 4 starters returning, gave up 73 tackles for loss last year. And so that latter half of that equation took a big hit yesterday afternoon. School announcing that starting center Nick Linder has left the program just a week into practice, and he is going to move on. He's 6'3", 290. Started 21 straight games as a sophomore and a junior at center before a shoulder injury ended his season last year against the Pitt Panthers. So Mark Richt says, why is he leaving? You have to ask him. I don't know. When guys leave, it just puts pressure on the rest of the team. He's a really good player, and he really knows what he's doing. Certainly I'm disappointed, but because I'd rather have him be here than not be here. So he'll go back to Fort Lauderdale, and looks like he's going to transfer. And so the Miami Hurricanes lose their starting center. He's been under center for 21 games, which is huge. Nick Linder, no longer on the Miami Hurricane football team. John Kelly, running back for the Tennessee Vols, said he is helping to groom the upcomers, Ty Chandler, Tim Jordan, and Trey Coleman. These are the running backs that are in camp. Of course, Kelly's a veteran, and if anyone can relate to the uncertainty of a college football season and the need to be ready, like he's getting these guys ready, it's Kelly, who began last season in a very much a backup role, then backed up the coaching staff's confidence in him with a breakout game when Jalen Hurd was not at the Texas A&M game. John Kelly, 13 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown a year ago. Went on to lead Tennessee's running backs in rushing yards last year. The Vols entered the offseason with just him as their main scholarship running back. After Hurd transferred, Alvin Kamara jumped to the NFL, and Jeremy Lewis left the program. So John Kelly trying to groom these younger guys. He, in fact, helps take them through with the running backs coach Richard Gillespie, helps him get through some of the drills during practice now, in which he focuses on special teams duties, does Gillespie from time to time. So then he says, John Kelly, jump in there and help him. So he does, puts him through various drills, stressing agility, ball security, and more. So John Kelly helping. Of course, he says the biggest thing as a running back for Tennessee this year, we need to be able to do pass protection to give our quarterbacks time to throw the football. So he's working with these 3 youngsters. Again, it's Ty Chandler, Tim Jordan, and Trey Coleman in holding on to the football, ball security, and also going through drills to help with their pass protection as running backs for the Tennessee football team. It is the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Check them out on the web at philsdreampit.com. And again, meat by the pound. Again, pork, turkey, brisket, chicken salad, full rack of ribs and a half rack of ribs, meat by the pound. And also they have the dream packs to go. Increments of 4 or 6 or 8 or 10. So, for example, feeding 4, you get a pound of pork, 4 buns, barbecue sauce, and 3 sides for $24.99 to feed 4 folks, and it'll fill you up too. The chicken, a little over $30 for 4 halves of chicken, 3 side pints, bread, and barbecue sauce. How's the dog at? Bill Patrick, how's that hot dog? The Dream Dog. Good. Anitra, what'd you get? Pulled pork? Going down easy for you? Yeah. Getting you ready for Friday night, getting that energy, them carbs and all that? Yes. She's a piece of work. I like her. She says, oh, yeah. Whatever you say, big dog. I got you. The Dream Dog, a hot dog top with beans and slaw is what Bill's wolfing down. And got a little side over there. We got slaw on the side. Potato salad on the side. Ooh, good job. So he's got him a Dream Dog. She got a pulled pork sandwich. And, of course, when you get in there looking for dessert, they've got the Blueberry Dream, the Brownie Dream, banana pudding, and assorted cookies as well. So all this, again, off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. Again, Phil's Dream Pit. And they do cater, and you can buy meat by the pound. So if you're getting ready to tailgate or getting ready to go to ball games, or Friday night going to Kingsport Speedway and you want to grab something to go, come through and get a Dream Pack to go, or buy the meat by the pound, go over there and serve it up. So you can do that as well at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, philsdreampit.com. Here is the coaches poll for college football. Alabama with 49 first-place votes. Then comes the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Florida State ranked 3rd, Southern Cal 4th, Clemson ranked 5th, preseason coaches poll. Then comes Penn State, Washington, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Wisconsin rounding out the top 10. For the Tennessee Volunteer fans, their 24th preseason by the coaches in the coaches poll. And the Hokie fans will be pleased to know they are 22nd in the country. Virginia Tech 22nd, Tennessee 24th. Rounding out the top 25 again at number 11, the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. LSU will be at number 12, Auburn at 13, Stanford ranked 14th, Georgia 15th, Florida preseason coaches poll ranked 16th. Then comes Louisville, Miami, Kansas State, West Virginia rounds out the top 20. And then 21 through 25, South Florida, Virginia Tech, Texas 23rd, Tennessee ranked 24th preseason, and Utah rounds out the top 25 of the coaches poll, again in that 25th position. So that's a look at college football. We've talked about baseball. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll zero in on NASCAR and Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to hear from Martin Truex Jr., talking about the success this year versus the success last year. We'll hear from Martin Truex Jr., and we'll also talk a little NASCAR. Where is Casey Kane going, and who's going to take Casey Kane's place? We'll find out coming up next here live at Phil's Dream Pit for a few more minutes. We'll be right back right after you hear this on show number 574 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here with the ratio. It goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
I'm Tom Taylor.
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up for you a really cool show. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up in a couple of weeks. And, gosh, Dave, you're going to take care of the high school football. Tell me what you're going to be bringing to the table every week.
Be covering Big East football. We also have some other good contributors.
Yep. Doug Fritz going to give some other high school big games of the week. Colleges, got them all covered. Tell me who we got.
We got ETSU. We have UT. We have Virginia Tech.
Yep, got all those. Plus, Carmichael's going to give us the big 5 games every week. It's the 5-Star Football Preview. Then what I'm really excited about, too, above all that, it's going to be you against us, matching wits in the picking panel. It'll be you against me and Dave, and they don't have a chance, do they?
Oh, they got no chance at all.
Nah. We're a two-headed monster. We're bad to the bone. So it all starts coming up in a couple of weeks on Thursday, August the 17th, from 11 to 1 on the first show. It's race week. Then after that, beginning August 24th, every Thursday night from 6 to 8, right here in the showroom at Champion Chevrolet. It's the 5-Star Football Preview, co-hosted by Dave and myself. If you want to know a lot about football, this is the place to be watching. High school, college, getting ready for every week of some great high school and college football, and the picking panel. Matching wits against he and I. Just look at us. We are a two-headed monster. They don't have a chance, do they?
Got no chance at all, man. I'm ready to put toe to the leather, get this thing started.
Toe to leather, get things started. Join us August 17th right here, the maiden voyage of the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Can't wait to see you on that show. Football. Of course, we're going to have stringers to give us previews of the Virginia Tech Hokie each game each week. Also, East Tennessee State, who's out there today. First day in practice in pads today for the Buccaneers of Coach Torbush. We hope to have him on the show later on this week. Get to hear from Coach Torbush about what's going on in Buck football. Also, we'll get a preview each week of the Tennessee Volunteers football games, the Hokies, East Tennessee State. Carmichael's going to get us the top 5 of the big games each week across the board in college football. And, of course, Doug Fritz is going to give us the high school preview. And then Dave Angie, the co-host of the show, is going to give us the preview of the Big East Conference, which is the Dobbins-Bennett and Science Hill Conference. So it's all going to be starting up right here on Facebook and the Tom Taylor Sports Show and, of course, TomTaylorSports.com. So can't wait. That's coming up a week from tomorrow, the first show of the maiden voyage of the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Let's talk a little NASCAR. Rick Hendrick Motorsports in a league of its own when it comes to American Motorsports. Since it started back in 1984, check out these numbers. Team Hendrick, 300 wins, 16 driver championships, 271 pole positions across 3 series of NASCAR. Over the last 22 years, Rick Hendrick's team has won 12 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series championships. Put that into perspective, the next closest is Joe Gibbs with 4. And, of course, the domination with Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, 40-time race winner Mark Martin, NASCAR's most popular driver Dale Jr., a few of the names that have driven for Hendrick. And, of course, Kyle Busch even had a strong run with the team earlier in the millennium before leaving for Joe Gibbs Racing. Casey Kane, the young man we're talking about, no longer in the fold after this year, although he's punched his ticket for the chase, so he's very much in there for a chance to win yet another championship for Rick Hendrick Motorsports. But he is going to be gone, ending a 6-year run, so who possibly could be replacing Casey Kane in this ride? Well, you start with a young man named William Byron, 19-year-old kid. This kid's a phenom, and so absolutely tearing it up in the NASCAR Xfinity Series this season, exploding onto the scene with 3 wins after winning the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Rookie of the Year last season. Last August, William Byron signed a multi-year driver agreement with Hendrick Motorsports, so it looks like he is in the fold for a while. There's one that could be replacing Casey Kane. Number 2, Matt Kenseth, of course, announcing earlier in the season that he'll be replaced by Eric Jones for Joe Gibbs Racing. Matt Kenseth, 38 races over the course of his career, including 2 Daytona 500s and a NASCAR championship in 2003. At 45 years old, Matt Kenseth would likely be a short-term deal before retiring, which would allow Hendrick to continue to develop William Byron and others while Kenseth kind of fills that seat. Kurt Busch. Hard to believe the team would go after Busch before pursuing Kenseth, but you never know. Short House Racing did not pick up Busch's option for next season, but that could very well mean they're renegotiating a new deal. And so Busch at 39, again, 29 races over the course of his career, including this year's Daytona 500. And also he was a NASCAR champion, won everything back in 2004. Then you have another option to replace Casey Kane. Danica Patrick, who's had a mediocre NASCAR career, and there's been speculation she could be out at Stewart-Haas Racing due to a lack of sponsorship interest. Hendrick could bring her on board to provide a change of scenery and fill the number 5 spot in the event that Kenseth or Busch cost too much money. She is an extremely popular name in the sport, and so we'll see. That's another one. So you have William Byron, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Danica Patrick, and maybe the most logical one of all would be Carl Edwards. Despite saying he has no interest in returning to the sport, why would you not be interested if Rick Hendrick comes calling with a checkbook? One of NASCAR's most successful drivers, 28 wins, 223 top 10 finishes, and 22 poles over his 13-year career. It would make perfect sense to bring Carl Edwards in, to bring him out of retirement to fill the number 5 spot, and then leave the door open for William Byron. So there are the possibilities for the replacements. You have William Byron, the 19 years old, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Danica Patrick, or Carl Edwards. If you're asking me, they're losing sponsorship. They lost Farmers Insurance and Great Clips, both backing off the Casey Kane ride. Carl Edwards is a sponsor's delight. Sponsors love Carl Edwards because he works and interacts with the fan base so well. So for my money, if they can get him, and why would they not? Rick Hendrick's got deep pockets and a big checkbook. So if you're asking me, I say they go after Carl Edwards and he'll answer the bell. So that's just me. Here's Martin Truex Jr. winning Watkins Glen over the weekend. His success was asked, his success in 2016 versus the success this year. What is the difference? And Martin Truex Jr. had this to say on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I think more than anything, it's just progress. As a group, I think that, we've been together 4 years now, and I think it's just evolution of our group and what we've been doing, the things we work on. Last year was certainly a successful season, but felt like, we didn't show how good we really were. We didn't achieve the things that we thought we were capable of. And so this year I feel like we've done a better job. Obviously we've been more consistent with the points lead and the stage wins and all those things. So really it's just progress, work in progress all the time, and feel like we're getting where we want to be. But, we got to keep working hard, and this sport's very tough. It changes week to week. You never know what next week's going to bring, or 3 weeks from now. And our ultimate goal this year is to win our first championship together. So we're going to keep working very hard. Not take these wins for granted, but keep working hard to try to get to where we want to go.
And this guy, of course, the points leader right now, and very much in control of his destiny for the 2017 chase for the championship, because he's in, no question. Martin Truex Jr. in that Furniture Row machine, that number 78, is having a heck of a year. Let's run down before we get out of here. About to wrap this thing up. Major League Baseball, here's your schedule today. Everything under the lights. Detroit at Pittsburgh, interleague play. Miami and Washington. Cleveland hosting Klubers on the mound tonight for the Indians against Colorado in Cleveland. Reds hosting the Padres. Texas and New York to battle the Mets. Toronto's on the mound for Atlanta tonight with a record of 7-9 at home against the Phillies in Atlanta. Milwaukee and Minnesota. Cardinals with Waka, who's caught fire for the Cardinals. He's now 8-4. They're in Kansas City to battle the Royals. Dodgers, the best team in baseball. A 71% winning percentage for the LA Dodgers. Unbelievable. They're in Arizona to battle the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Jose Quintana and the Cubs will be in San Francisco on the left coast to battle the San Francisco Giants. In the American League, Yankees in Toronto. CC Sabathia back on the mound, 9-4, going for his 10th win of the season for the Yankees tonight in Toronto. Boston Cy Young Award, certainly front-runner Sales on the mound at 13-4 in Tampa Bay to battle the Devil Rays. 7-10 first pitch, Red Sox in Tampa Bay and Florida tonight. Colorado at Cleveland, as we said. Texas and New York to battle the Mets. White Sox hosting Houston. Milwaukee and Minnesota. Seattle at Oakland. And Baltimore continues their series on the left coast against Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, and the Los Angeles Angels. College football also tonight. Appalachian League play. Greenville at home. The Astros hosting Burlington. You can watch baseball there tonight. You can watch it in Bristol. The Pirates hosting Danville. And the Cardinals home field. Johnson City Cardinals having a great season attendance-wise. Cardinals playing host to Kingsport. We'll have David Compton on Friday from the Johnson City Cardinals, talking about the few remaining promotions they've got for the Cardinals because the season is winding down. It's hard to believe. You're talking college football in, 3 weeks? Yeah, roughly 3 weeks. High school football starts 2 weeks from Friday night. unbelievable. So August the 18th, some big ones right out of the chute. Of course, Elizabethton and Science Hill is going to be huge. We're going to be talking to those coaches a little bit closer to the game. So it is here. So Appalachian League baseball winding down, and high school and college football right around the corner. Speaking of college football, before we get out of here, again, the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State, the FCS preseason poll. On their schedule, the number one team in the country, James Madison, they play them game 2. The preseason ranked number 1. Number 2 preseason ranked is North Dakota State. Number 3 is Sam Houston State. Number 4 is South Dakota State. Number 5 is Eastern Washington. Rounding out the top 10, Jacksonville State. The Richmond Spiders ranked preseason number 7. North Dakota 8. Youngstown State number 9. And Villanova rounds out the top 10. Out of the Southern Conference preseason poll, Wofford, preseason number 11, Chattanooga, preseason number 12, and the Citadel, the Bulldogs out of Charleston, South Carolina, preseason number 16 out of the Southern Conference, and Samford, also preseason ranked 19th. So there's some of the regional teams, and of course some of these teams are on the Buccaneers schedule, and so they get it all started against Limestone coming up on September the 2nd. Don't forget Thursday, you still want to get the final tour of the new football stadium. Again, they'll have tours coming up on Thursday. You got to call the athletic office at East Tennessee State and tell them you want to come and get a tour. You can't wear flip-flops or open-end shoes. You got to wear regular shoes, if you will, and also you have to be asked to put on a hard hat, but you'll get a chance to see the final preparations of the new football stadium that opens up in, a couple of weeks when the Bucks open up against Limestone College, and it's going to be a special, special time for all that. We want to say thanks to our guest, Kimberlyn King, announcing there is going to be a Dale Jr. Museum at Bristol Motor Speedway this race weekend. The Dale Jr. Moments Museum, again, right there at the fan zone, right outside the tower at Volunteer Parkway. It'll be open from 9 to 7 on Friday and 9 to 7 on Saturday. Lots of photo opportunities to walk through museum at the moments, great moments of Dale Jr. at Bristol Motor Speedway. So thanks to Kimberlyn King, the consumer marketing coordinator, letting us know about that, and an exclusive, nobody else, that's not been released yet. So we got that on the fly, which we appreciate very, very much. Rob Cole, Bays Mountain Park, stopped by, again, the park manager. Anitra Little, young lady who drives at Kingsport Speedway, and Bill Patrick stopped by to see us. We appreciate that. Christian Tribbett, kind of a surprise, came by, and she was on the show. And, of course, also you heard from Dale Jr. and also Martin Triggs Jr. here on the show. And also birthdays today. I think we mentioned this, but Roger Federer, 36 today, and one of the all-time greats in Hollywood. Dustin Hoffman having a birthday today. Charlie Babbitt, again, Rain Man. Dustin Hoffman, 80 years old today. Man, we're getting old. You hear Dustin Hoffman is 80. So, anyway, it's going to wrap up the show from here. And, again, we always dedicate the show to the man who hung on the cross. And today's verse is out of the book of Psalms 119. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light for your path. And there you go. That's what wraps up this show. So, we'll rejoin you tomorrow again at, where we're going to be tomorrow? Chick-fil-A, The Crossing in North Johnson City. Thursday we're going to be at Champion Chevrolet, and then Friday we'll be at Food City and Piney Flat. So we'll just keep on keeping on. Tomorrow, show number 575, and they said it wouldn't work. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. We'll tell you as always, as we depart Phil's Dream Pit, our magic phrase that pays when we close things out: win or lose, be a good sport. So long from Phil's Dream Pit, and so long, everybody.